I was proud of our guys. They competed, they fought hard, and we knew we was going to be kind of overmatched a little bit going up against the Conference USA team. Bobby Wilder's a great coach, and he's trying to get that program turned around. And they're in Conference USA now, and they had a little bit more bullets than we did. And we knew playing a tough opponent that it'll show us our strengths and our weaknesses and what we need to work on, and get us ready for the conference. So we're not going to apologize for playing those guys. We like playing those guys, and the guys competed, and we had a chance. We had opportunities, and midway through the third quarter, it was 31-21 after being down 31-7. So our guys didn't quit. We fought back, and then we just didn't make the plays down the stretch that we need to make.
Start off the season with an FBS team, and then now you've got one of the better FCS teams in the country. Obviously, two tough ones right out of the gate. You kind of like that kind of challenge quickly like that to maybe show you some things?
Yeah, for me personally, I would like to start off 2-0. Give me 2 cupcakes now, but it's tough opponents. You play cupcakes. D2 schools get easy victories. You don't really learn a lot about your team because they really wasn't tested. And so we want to be tested. We want to see what we're good at, what we need to improve on, and go from there. Because if not, it's just like a regular scrimmage against ones against twos, and you don't really learn a lot of ones against twos. And so we like playing the competition and playoff team, and so we can stack up and see where we stack up playoff-wise and with the rest of the country by playing a good women Mary football team.
Obviously, the final margin last week was big, but as you mentioned, it was a 10-point game there in the third quarter. For a good part of that game, you competed with them very well. Was that obviously a silver lining to all that?
It was, and like I said, I was proud of my guys. They fought hard, and we competed. We was in the game for 2.5 quarters, and then we got the safety, which was our fault. The ball went through his hands, and we kicked out the end zone, and then we stopped those guys, and then we came back and threw a pick from our end zone. And that kind of put it to 21 points right there at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and kind of deflated us and gave them a little bit more energy, and the game kind of got out of hand from there. So, when you play a tough opponent like that, a Conference USA opponent, you got to almost play a perfect game, and if you expect to win the game, and we didn't play nowhere near a perfect game, and as good as we needed to. You can't turn the ball over. We turned it over 4 times. You can't give up big plays on defense. We gave up about 4 or 5 big plays. So, you learn from it, get better, and keep playing.
You offensively, you did some nice things in stretches. Yaki, am I saying it right? Yaki?
Yep.
Had a very good day in his debut. What does he bring to you?
He gonna stretch the defense out. Get him in space, and teams gonna have a problem with him. And he even ran the first touchdown inside, so he can do it all. He can run inside, he can run outside, screens. He catch the ball out the backfield. His only weakness right now probably be in blocking, and that's just because he's so small. He has the heart, but he's just so little. They can just overpower him sometimes. So we just got to kind of be careful with him there. And only all-out blitz situations will he be manned up. Other than that, he'll be helping somebody out when he's in the game, blocking-wise. But he's all-around football player. He's exciting. He can take it to the house at any time, and we're going to try to get him the ball as much as we can.
Did you talk about the day that Proctor had?
Yes,
really into Williamson.
Yeah, he did. Proctor had a great day, and it wasn't like. Well, they was conscious of TJ. They was pointing him out, and they was really trying to make sure that he didn't beat him. And we call plays, and we read the defense and take what they give us. And they was taking Mixon away a lot, helping over the top of him, and so we had to go to the other guys. And so Proctor and Alonzo had catches. Proctor with 9, I think Alonzo with 4 or 5, and Proctor, of course, with 160 yards. So. Like I said before, we got weapons at wide receiver, and so if you want to take one away, we got 3 or 4 other guys that can produce at the same level as TJ did last year.
After the defense gave up the first two big plays in their first two drives, you did make some adjustments because the defense did come up with some wins after that, including that goal line stand on the third drive.
Yeah, you're right. The first play, I mean, we just kind of like overran the play a little bit and got out of whack, and they took it to the house. And then the next drive, they scored in 3 plays. So the defense hadn't settled down and got their feet in the game. And once they got that second touchdown and we came back and scored, the defense kind of settled down a little bit. And you never know. TJ dropped a touchdown there in the middle of the football field. His man was 5 yards behind him. If he catch that ball, it's 14-14. Now the defense got a chance to catch their breath. They started playing a little bit solid. You never know. But that's a tight game we have to have in order to beat a program like that. TJ got to catch that ball and we got to score. Faber Kenny can't let the ball go through his hands. Yaki can't put the ball on the ground. Jay can't throw the ball to the other team. We can't blow a Simon in the secondary, let the tight end run right down the middle of the field and catch touchdowns. You can't do that tight stuff when the other team is better than you. You have to execute at a high level, and we weren't able to sustain that. We was able to make plays on defense a lot of times, and on offense we was able to make plays and move the ball, but we couldn't do it consistently enough as much as we needed to do to win the football game. So
The first play, you go deep. Was that planned from the? Were you thinking that all week that you were going to open up with that?
Well, not all week. I was kind of hesitant. I didn't really know. I had a couple plays in mind, and I figured if I went out in pro, they'd be expecting us to run this first down. They're expecting to run on first down, and we put Mix into the field and brought him on a comeback, a deep comeback, and then we ran Proctor on a post on the backside. So we had an option. Mixon was open too, but Jay saw the safety left out in the middle of the football field, so he threw the post to Proctor.
But you wanted to do something.
Yeah, especially after they scored. We wanted to come back and score too and let them know, look, we're here to play, we're here to compete, we're here to win the football game. And so that's what we try to do.
And you also, on going for it on that final play of the half, as you mentioned, that you still would have been 3 possessions down had you kicked the field goal. But at the same time, is that something you need to do in games like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think you need to send a message that we're here to win and not just compete, just be competitive. We was coming to win the game, and I knew we was getting the ball coming out. I figured if we can get a touchdown there, get one coming out. It's a new ball game, 31-21. That's what we did, but we just didn't finish it from that point on.
Probably the best thing about the strength of William & Mary's team might be their offensive line. I don't know if you felt that too.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at them, what do you see?
Very solid football team, well coached, and not going to beat themselves. They're going to do what they're supposed to do, be where they're supposed to be. And you got to execute. You got to be in the right spots. They're solid on offense, defense, and special teams. But like you say, the offensive line is probably their bread and butter. They got a good running back, and they're going to try to pound us. They're going to try to run the ball. So, we have to be able to stop the run and force them to throw the ball. And then when they do on third downs try to throw the ball, we got to be able to cover them and get off the football field.
Welcome to Pirate Sports Network. I'm Jerome Barber, and I'm here with Coach Maynor. We are going to recap last week's game and talk about this week's game. Welcome back to the Sports Network, Coach.
Thank you, Reb.
Just real quickly, the storm came through and kind of disrupted some things in this area anyway, and so shifted the game from a Saturday to a Sunday. How was that transition for you?
A couple of dreams came true. I got to coach on Sunday.
You got that right.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be for the Cowboys, but it wasn't. It was for the Pirates. But, it changed it for everybody, but it was for the good. I think we had a great day, great weather, and I'm glad they made the decision they did. Even though it gave us a short week this week preparing for William & Mary, I still think it was the right thing to do, and it was so flooded over there in that area.
Yeah.
And then we had a beautiful day to play, so all in all, it worked out.
Fantastic. Well, ODU came down, struck first, but we answered the call, and it was great. Sign of things to come.
Yes, sir. They scored one play, then we came back, and first play of the game, we threw a bomb down in the middle on a post, and then we was able to go ahead and get it in the end zone. Our red zone, we had 3 red zone opportunities and scored all 3 times. So I was proud of our guys, the way they fought and played, and when we had opportunity to score, we did. Even we was backed up a couple times, and we got them out. We got it out every time except for once. One time we threw an interception. So I was proud of the execution. We kind of in the middle of the football field is where we kind of struggled a little bit, trying to open it up, and they was able to get pressures on us. And so I thought Jay played well under duress, that he was under pressure and getting hit. I thought almost every throw. I thought he played well, and he competed. So we learn from him, we get better. It's a good football team, and it's a long season.
Wins and learns, and so we look back at last week, and what are some of the shining stars and things that you were able to see? It's easy to imagine what it's going to look like when you're scrimmaging yourself, but when you line up against another team, you're able to really see the guys.
Well, defensively, after those first 2 series, giving up the big plays, they settled down and start making some plays. We were stuffing the inside zone, keeping them to 2 and 3 yards, and that's what they want to do. So I was encouraged by seeing that we can stop that inside zone. We missed some tackles on the perimeter. They got us on the perimeter on a couple of passes. But, they couldn't just run it right down our throat. And so I was pleased to see that. And then offensively, like I said earlier, we scored 3 out of 3 in the red zone. Coming out, we was able to move the ball. We only had 3 penalties the whole game. And so that's huge, showing that we got discipline and we're not going to be beating ourselves and doing stupid things. So we had a lot of positives to come out of the game.
On the offensive side, of course, you got the new running back.
Yes, sir.
Yaki Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Some good things
Yes, sir.
happening with him.
He's exciting. He's an exciting little guy that we need to try to get him the ball. Not only in space, we can get it to him inside tight, as he scored on the first touchdown on a counter play. So he's very excited. He can take it to the house at any time on a screen or a toss or inside run. And he's only going to help us. He's a fire and ice type because we got Eric and Dwayne, bigger backs that's going to pound you more. And then we could put him in there to be more fast and quick and hitting plays.
Perfect. This week, William and Mary, only 5 home games, and this is our home game season opener. Got to plug it. 6 p.m. is kickoff time. If you're anywhere close to the 757, you need to be on Armstrong Stadium. William and Mary.
William and Mary, good football team, good playoff team every year. Coach doing a heck of a job over there. All 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. They got a big quarterback, great running back, and they got some big offensive linemen that they want to run behind. So we got to be prepared defensively to stop their running game and try to force them to throw the ball. There's not a weakness in their passing game, but they want to run the ball. So, of course, we want to take that away from them and make them throw the ball. Even though they can, they're not bad at that, but they're better at running the ball.
Right.
And in controlling the game and the clock. And so we don't want them to be able to do that and wear us down and stay on the field all day. So we want to try to get them off the field, get them in passing downs, and then get them off the field, football field.
Both of us coming off of a loss, and it's said that the greatest adjustment is probably made from game 1 to game 2. What are some of the adjustments that you're looking to make as we face the Tribe? Very disciplined. They're going to give you what they're going to give you.
They're very disciplined. They're not going to beat themselves. So we have to be disciplined and be more consistent, because if you're not, it's going to cost you playing against these guys on both sides of the ball and special teams. So if you're not sound, they do a lot of shifting on offense to try to get you to not get in a gap, and then they gas you in that gap. So we have to be sound and understand that they're going to try to move the tight end and the wing back over. And then we got to slide our line and adjust to make sure that we got all our gaps covered, because that's what they really want to do, is make you miss a line and then bust one of those gaps.
Coach, we want to invite our viewing audience to check us out on Saturday at Armstrong Stadium, our first home game opener. Only have 5 home games, and so you come on out. It's a big day. It's was it military? No, Alumni Day. Yeah, Alumni Day. And we're excited about the alumni coming back, and got some of the Parks and Recs coming over. It's going to be a good opportunity to showcase the blue and white right on our own field.
That's right. And so we want everybody to come out and support the guys. They're going to play hard as they can for you, try to get this win against Women Mary.
Fantastic. This is Jerome Barber along with Coach Maynor. Thank you for tuning in to the HU Sports Network, and we say go Pirates.
Go Pirates.